Hello everyone. In first two videos, we have discussed about concepts of the pro-stereoisomerism. In this video, we will discuss prochiral atoms and their nomenclature. In this example of ethanol, these two hydrogens are enantiotopic, as the displacement, one by one displacement of them give rise enantiomers. But here we want to discuss prochiral atoms or prochiral groups. Now in ethanol molecule, this molecule is not chiral molecule or asymmetric molecule as both hydrogens are equal. But their displacement by some other group which is not already present in the structure, it gives rise chirality. So here you can see that suppose displacement of this one by chlorine, we are getting this isomer which is chiral, or displacement of this hydrogen by chlorine, we are getting this isomer which is also chiral. So such atoms in the original molecule which are not chiral but their displacement by some other group or atom if give rise element of chirality, then these atoms or groups are called prochiral atoms or prochiral groups. So let us read the definition. Substitution of one of the enantiotopic, it could be diastereotopic also. So substitution of one of the enantiotopic atoms by another group or atom, if gives rise chiral molecule, then they are called prochiral atoms. Now prochiral atoms can be designated or they can be named as pro R or pro S. So let me remind you, in the first year of college chemistry, you were taught about RS nomenclature for the configuration determination. So here also, these prochiral atoms or groups can be designated as pro R and pro S. Let me show you how we are doing this. So suppose in the same example of ethanol, if you remember, to designated RS configuration, we give priority orders to all the four atoms, and criteria is atomic number. Higher the atomic number, higher will be the priority. So obviously eighth element of periodic table oxygen would be first prior group, number 1. Carbon is a second group. Now what we are doing, see, hydrogens are same. So suppose we are giving higher priority to this H2 than the H1. So this will be our number 3 and number 4. Now what we are doing, normally we are shifting the fourth, which is the least prior group, to this position. So we have to change one pair, OH here and H here. But changing of one pair is prohibited, not allowed, as it change the configuration. So it is also called 90-degree rotation. So 90-degree rotation is not allowed, but 180 is allowed. So after OH is shifting over here, we will also change one more pair. So 90 plus 90, 180-degree rotation, and we are getting this final compound. So I have done both the steps together. First I change this pair and later on this pair. So we are getting this compound. Now the least prior group is away from us, and you can see that one second prior group and third prior group. To connect them, we have to shift our eyes, move our eyes to the right side or clockwise. That's why the configuration is R. So we can say that if we uh, displace H2 by some other group or H2, then we would get R configure isomer. So this is called pro-R isomer or pro-R atom. And in another example, this time let us give higher priority to the H1. So we would bring down H2 at this position. And again we will change the position of two pairs. So after doing it simultaneously, now H2 is here. These three groups 1, 2 and 3. To connect them, we have to move our eyes to the left side or in anti-clockwise direction. So it is a S configuration. So displacement of H1 would give us S configuration. That's why it is known as pro S atom or pro S group. So this is the way nomenclature of prochiral atoms can be done, and they can be designated as either pro R or pro S.